So the FBI says the Kremlin has created a number of fake videos of non-existent voter fraud in battleground states. That's a problem, too. They say China and Iran are also involved in misinformation campaigns. And since the 2020 election, the former president and many of his allies have even challenged the process by which the votes get certified. This, together with the challenges that you just heard about, have led to some uncertainty for some about the integrity of our election system. In the hopes of bringing some clarity to you, we are joined now by Benjamin Hovland. He is the chairman of the U.S. Election Assistance Commission, which is an independent bipartisan commission charged with helping election officials and voters with the voting process. Sir, thanks so much for taking the time just a couple days now before Tuesday. In our last segment, as you heard, we discussed challenges brought on by the Trump campaign, for example, in Pennsylvania, where a district attorney has said they are looking into around 2,500 voter registration forms that she said contain numerous similarities. The election is just days away now. How does this issue get addressed when it comes to counting or not counting the ballots that correspond to those registrations?
Well, thanks for having me, Phil, and that's a great question. Again, as was highlighted earlier, that's a difference between registrations and ballots or votes. So you're talking about apples and oranges there. The important piece that I think was highlighted is that there's safeguards and safety measures throughout the process. And again, local election officials here were able to detect something and flag that. Again, that's part of the process. That's part of the work that election officials do year-round to prepare to run the election.
Donald Trump then cast doubt on the legitimacy of mail-in ballots. We heard a lot about that because he has said there is no way to verify their authenticity. What protocols are in place to verify mail-in ballots, and how would we know if there was widespread voter fraud there?
Well, again, each state runs elections a little bit differently, but the commonalities across all the states are that election officials are professional. They follow the laws of their state, and the process is transparent. And so with mail ballots, for example, there's chain of custody procedures, there's signature verification. There are other safeguards and safety measures that are in place. Again, it varies by state, but the officials in those states follow the law, and we see that that has been effective over time.
U.S. Election Assistance Commission Chairman Benjamin Hovland, it is so great to have your voice in this conversation when we are hearing so much noise in and around it. Thank you so much, sir.
Thanks for having me.